my darlings. So as you will have just seen, my first ever attempt at heatless waves is about a 60% fail, I would say, and I can tell you exactly why it's a 60% fail, and that is because I can feel that my hair is actually not dry, but I feel like there is hope there. Like, that looks really, really nice. This is quite a nice relaxed movement away from my face, so I think I'm gonna keep trying this. I know I am approximately 2 years late to this trend, but I've seen some amazing heatless wave results. I've been walking around for the last 3 hours. The last clip that you'll have seen of me doing my makeup was about 3 hours ago this morning. And since then we've had the Nicholson's gardening team here, we have had Caroline the reupholsterer here, we have had Simon who installs the blinds. We've had a lot of people in and out of the house today, and I have been essentially looking like Tutankhamun. I know that even these nice soft waves are not going to last because my hair is still a little bit damp, especially deep inside, but yeah, I'm going to keep trying. I used this funny little silk sausage, which was actually sent to me by Hairburst. I'm not sure if they actually sell them or if it was a gift, but I have seen some really, really similar ones on Amazon. So if I can find them, I'll leave them linked down below. Not that this is a particularly good advert. Not that this is an advert for hair curling, but this is actually a really cute one. So if I can find it, I'll leave a link down below. And then I secured it on the top of my head with this little gold clip. And then I just used some of my Nice Cream silk scrunchies to secure it. And then because I didn't like them dangling down either side, I just kind of scooped them behind and tied them behind my bed with another silk scrunchie. So I'm just looking in the mirror and the shape of the waves is actually really, really nice. Especially considering I didn't have to use any heat, any tongs, and I do prefer a more relaxed wave, so we'll see. There is hope. I think what I'll do is mist my hair before bed tonight and maybe try sleeping with it in. So I put those curls in, let's see, 2.5 hours ago, and I would say my hair was maybe 80% dry when I put them in, so maybe I need to dry my hair even more. But if any of you guys have any heatless curls tips, please let me know. I know I am very, very, very late to the party, but today I'm trying to get back into my good habits. As you may know, if you watched the last few vlogs, I did just start to like get myself feeling a little bit run down, and I don't know, I just wasn't feeling myself the last few vlogs. So I got up early, I got into the gym. You'll have seen I did a 45-minute Pilates class this morning, and a lot of it was mat based, which means a lot of ab workouts and a lot of kind of bum and back workouts, which is not typically my favorite. Normally I like to do a lot more leg, so I did finish as well with a 10-minute cardio. So that was a good start to the day. And then I made my nice healthy good post-workout breakfast of fried eggs on toast. So that is my exciting morning so far. The set that I was wearing for my workout this morning, I love this set so much. It's so comfortable. I feel so like good about my body when I'm wearing it, and it's so flattering that I decided to go ahead and order it in pretty much every single colour. So I thought I would do an Adanola fitness try on for you because I have just received my pieces. So you'll have seen me styling this morning my Adanola hoodie, which I'm not really a hoodie kind of person, but this one is just so comfortable, so easy to throw on, and it has been bloomin' freezing lately. I have been doing a bit of gardening. I have been, you know, trying to get outside as much as possible because I was in that bit of a downward slump lately. So I have been trying to get outside a lot more, and I have just been putting this on underneath my Barber jacket, and it's just been so cozy. But as you'll have also seen this morning, I do also wear it during my warm-ups in the gym because our gym is absolutely freezing. I think it was like -2 in there this morning. So if you are looking for something to just snuggle down in and also just look really cool as well, I feel like this is a real kind of cool, sporty, Hailey Bieber kind of almost Princess Diana sporty vibes, if you know what I mean. Like, this picture springs to mind. And I'll leave the sweatshirt link down below, and Adanola have very kindly extended a discount code, which is FashionM10, and that will get you 10% off everything for the next 7 days. So definitely make the most of that, stock up, and I will show you what's in my latest order in case you need a little bit of inspo. Well, let me also just start off by showing you what I'm wearing right now. These are the espresso coloured leggings, and I literally wear these with everything when I am wearing my boots. At the moment, while it is kind of dreary winter, I'm just not quite ready to start wearing my dresses on an everyday basis. So leggings and a nice knit is pretty much my every single day uniform. This is also a new pair of socks from Adanola. They're the perfect thickness for wearing with my boots, but also with my workout trainers. I had such a satisfying sock clear out yesterday. I was just in one of those moods where I wanted to do something productive, but I wasn't quite sure. I wasn't quite in the mind space to do anything as productive as actual work, so I decided to clear out my sock drawer, and I now have a fabulous stock of Adanola socks to keep me going, and they just look quite cool, you know, they're quite sporty. These espresso coloured leggings with my riding boots. I've got this M cashmere hoodie on today, or cardigan rather, because I didn't want to lift anything up over my head and dislodge my Tutankhamun hairstyle earlier. I also was wearing a black pair of these leggings in my latest Instagram post when we went to Time for our Valentine's Day staycation, and a couple of people were asking where they were from because you were on the lookout for leggings that are a proper intense black that don't go sheer and show your bum, which they don't. But personally, I find the dark brown shade is just even more versatile. So if I'm nipping out anywhere, my go-to outfit is just a nice knit, espresso brown leggings, a gilet, and my boots. So that's how I style up the leggings when it's more of a leaving the house scenario. I would say I now own 3 pairs of the brown Adanola leggings. I've got 2 in espresso and 1 in coffee. Espresso is a little bit deeper, whereas coffee is more of a kind of, you're probably not going to be able to hugely tell, but coffee is slightly more of a almost like yellow tone brown, whereas I would say espresso is more of a green tone brown. They're both absolutely lovely. I would recommend picking up both. When I purchased my first pair of espresso, they actually didn't have my size in stock at that time, so if your size is not in stock, because with Adanola you do have to be quite quick, I would recommend signing your email up to the waiting list, because that's what I did, and then I got a notification when they came back in stock, and then I made my purchase when I got that email. I'm hoping you might be able to get them in your size while my discount code is active, but if not, it's definitely worth the wait, so I'd recommend putting your name on the waiting list. So fit-wise, you'll have seen in a more of a workout setting earlier how it looks when you're doing a workout, but for that kind of like everyday vibe, they're just nice and high-waisted. In fact, they're really high-waisted. Just nice and flattering on the bum. Super stretchy. When you hold them up, they look like they're going to be teeny tiny, but then they do have a nice amount of stretch which holds you in, but also it's not like super tight and uncomfortable in these areas. In particular, I just cannot bear anything too tight on my tummy. I find it actually quite painful, whereas these just come up so nice and high that this area just feels supported but not restricted, if you know what I mean. So yeah, love the leggings for a kind of everyday outfit, whether I'm just working from home or nipping out. Also really nice for styling up in my kind of typical countryside attire, but then I do also work out in the brown set, so I decided to add one of the brown workout bras to my order. Now this one has a really jazzy back detail. The only branding that you'll find on Adanola pieces is just the name in this, it's actually just white. It kind of looks like it will glow in the dark, but this white print, and yeah, this one's got a really lovely crisscross back detail. I also really like how low down they come. It's still a crop top, but unless you've got a super long torso, it doesn't actually show that much skin, and I just absolutely love where they finish. I find them super flattering. and they do have removable padding on the inside as well. So this is the matching sports bra to the leggings that I'm wearing right now. It's more of their classic style, so this one just has the really simple spaghetti straps. Again, a really nice thick waistband, so it just finishes in a really flattering place on your body. I picked up not one, not two, not three, but 4 pairs of socks in my Adanola order. The white ones I'm wearing right now. I also picked up the black ones, great for wearing inside wellies. The cream ones are the ones that I reach for most of the time. I now have 4 or 5 pairs of these, and I thought I would just add to my, if a hat trick is 3, what's a 4 trick? I don't know. I thought I would add to my collection with a grey pair. Sounds really basic, but you just need good socks, a good thickness, you know, nothing too jazzy, because I feel like that's, I mean, I've got a lot of socks with sausage dogs on, I've got a lot of socks with flowers on, and sometimes they just feel a little bit uncool. I mean, I hold my hands up and say that I'm not a cool person at all. Like 90% of the stuff in my wardrobe is not cool. But I think with socks, like these are just, you know, they just tick all the boxes. I'm sure you guys know what I mean. They're just a good old pair of socks. So because I know that I'm going to be literally living in these outfits, I wanted to go for neutral tones that I know are going to be worn in everyday life as well as the gym, so I have stuck to the neutral colours. The next set that I got is in this taupe shade. Here we have yet another style of sports bra. So this one here has got the double spaghetti straps with just a very subtle kind of V detail, and then once again you can see with the leggings, I mean, you can tell here how high the waistband is, and this giant thick waistband here is what makes them so comfortable. They look absolutely mini. I mean, if I hold these up against me, you can see that they look absolutely teeny tiny, but then they really do have a good amount of stretch when you pop them on. I feel like Adanola is one of these brands that's just kind of sprung up, and then as soon as you like see a friend that's wearing them and you're like, oh my gosh, where are your leggings from? They're so flattering. Then suddenly you realise that you're seeing Adanola everywhere. That is definitely what's happened to me. And I can totally see what all the hype is about. Like if I get up in the morning, I actively rummage through my drawer of leggings to find the Adanola ones, because they're just so comfy and so flattering. So if you're ever wondering where my brown or black leggings are from over the last few months, they've been Adanola. So the most kind of wild, I don't know if you can call it wild, but the most out there shade that I went for was this. I believe they call this their pine green shade. I just love a bit of green in my wardrobe. Again, it goes really nicely with a cream coloured knit, and for the sports bra, this one has got the really nice crisscross detail, which again is really lovely, especially for yoga and bar style exercises. I picked up another pair of the black leggings just because they're absolutely classic. Again, these do sell out pretty quickly, so as soon as I saw they had them in stock in my size, I was like, yes. Can't ever have too many black leggings. And then lastly, because it is my absolute favourite, I did order another set of the olive. This is the set, a new version of the set that I was wearing in the gym this morning. I think this is probably my favourite shade, and then I ordered the different style of sports bra with the crisscross back, just because if it's in the wash I get really sad, which I know is quite tragic. I haven't actually published it yet, but I have got a reel going up on my channel very soon featuring my first Adanola full gym outfit that I bought, which I'll pop up on the screen here. This is currently in the wash, I'm afraid, but the shorts, I believe that colour is called Portobello. I think. I'll correct myself on the screen if I'm wrong. And the top is the colour Milk, I believe. And I love that combination so much. It gets me excited for spring. I'm sure that when the weather warms up a little bit more, that'll be my go-to. But I do also find the shorts really flattering, and I really like the sports bra in particular in that milk shade. So yeah, big fan. Wow, this section has been like an ode to Adanola, but yeah, I just thought I would share that little fitness haul with you. I'm feeling good again, getting back moving, getting back into a good routine. Okay, so I've just finished the trying on clips that you'll have just seen, and oh, and we still have a little bit of curl despite the on and off of all the sports bras that I have just done, which is a good sign. But I definitely think I'm gonna try again tonight with damp hair. It's not like you can overdo it because you're not using any heat, which is great. But anyway, I think I have an Ocado delivery arriving any second. Literally the highlight of my day. So I'm gonna go and sort that out and then do a bit of work. Fun. I thought I'd also show you the trainers that I've been wearing for my workouts. These are from a brand called Hilo, which Charlie actually recommended to me. These are their corn trainers, and as you might be able to guess, a lot of the structure of these is made from the corn plant. So I had a look on their website, and they're made from 7 different renewable materials. They have a 52% lower carbon footprint than a typical pair of trainers, and they are actually recyclable as well, which is rather amazing. I like them because obviously all of the above, but they look very kind of classic, quite chic. They're also really lightweight, so great for both indoor workouts and outdoor. I think if you're a runner, these would be really good. I think price-wise they're around the £100 mark, and yeah, I just find them really comfortable and a nice style. So that's a company called Hilo, which is fairly new on my radar. I come downstairs to work by the fire and I'm greeted by this view. His lordship, clearly very comfortable. What do you look like, my silly scruffy boy? I have never known a doggy to show off his tummy quite as much as you. Are you quite comfortable, young man? You're so scruffy. You're so scruffy. And here comes the little equally scruffy. Oh, I just adore you. I just adore you. You've got poo on your bottom. Okay, the Ocado order has arrived. I've just got everything out on the table. Now, I don't know what lighting is better. This is daylight. It is, what time is it? It's 5:15 already, my goodness. Or this is with the kitchen light on. It's a little bit orange. Wonder if we can get some less orange bulbs in here. I think I'm just going to leave the kitchen light on, so I apologise for the orangeness, but I'm going to show you, how thrilling is this? I'm going to show you what is in my Ocado order, because I get really nosy when people share their shopping and I find it really interesting. I think it's a bit of a glimpse. Yeah, I think people's supermarket shops tells a lot about themselves. So one of the reasons why we use Ocado so much is because, and there's the blue lighting from it being almost dark outside. So one of the reasons that we use Ocado so much is because our nearest supermarket is half an hour away from here. And I don't know, I just find it really time consuming going round a supermarket. And especially when I actually plan meals, I tend to do meals which maybe have ingredients which just take you a little bit longer to find in a typical supermarket, whereas when you can type it in, I just find it so much easier. So I'm a big fan of online shopping, and Ocado in particular. They have all my favorites, which I will show you. So I'll pull out some of the really exciting purchases to start with, things which for me make me choose Ocado over other delivery services. So for example, on Ocado you can get all of your basics, but you can also get Daylesford bits, which is a really lovely treat. Obviously we only live 15 minutes from the actual Daylesford, but you know, sometimes we see things on there. So I bought a top-up of the Vine Tomato candle, which is just the absolute best. This is a really good candle in particular for putting in your kitchen, because there's just something about the smell of the Vine Tomato which really gets rid of any cooking smells, and it just has a really lovely fresh fragrance, which I think is so nice for in a kitchen. I will leave all of these bits that I'm like picking out linked down below, by the way, in case you are an Ocado shopper. And then also this jug from Daylesford as well, which matches our water glasses. So I thought that was really lovely. I like this style. This will look really gorgeous in summer with iced water and maybe some like floral, you know, when you freeze flowers in ice cubes, or just some lemon and lime slices. So got those from Daylesford. And then also I noticed, and this is another reason why I love shopping on Ocado, it's really obvious when things are on special offer. I noticed that the Daylesford soups were on special offer. I think it was like 3 for £12 or something. So I chose the organic butternut, honey and sage, organic roast tomato soup with mascarpone. What kind of cheese do you use to hide a horse, guys? mascarpone. And the organic carrot and ginger. So if you guys live in the UK but obviously nowhere near Aylesford, then Ocado is a great way of getting your taste of the Cotswolds. Oh, and you can also get, I'm not sure if you can get Burford Brown, which is obviously a Cotswold egg, but you can get Clarence Court eggs, which are Charlie's favourites. Oh, sorry, these are Burford Browns. Yeah, they're just the best. So got a load of those. Second only to fresh farmer from the village eggs, but his chickens are getting a bit old, so they're not producing as many eggs at the moment, so we're having to buy in some eggs. What else is interesting? My guilty pleasure, which is the Chicago Town cheesy stuffed crust pepperoni. I probably have one of these a month, I would say, realistically, and I just ate one a couple of days ago, and I like to always have one in the freezer for emergencies when I just need a pizza night, so topped up on that. Obviously oat milk, which I have with my coffee every morning, and I like to put hazelnut milk in with my morning smoothies, so Rude Health Hazelnut is my favourite hazelnut milk, and of course Oatly. I watched a really interesting documentary on Oatly on YouTube this morning while I was putting my hair things in. I'll leave it linked down below actually, because Oatly was actually the first brand. The guy that invented oat milk, who is also, I believe, the same guy that figured out why lactose makes some people feel poorly. Yeah, he's the guy that founded Oatly, which I thought was really interesting. My favourite drinks, J2O and Ribena. The best mango chutney in the whole world. This brand called Gita's, it's absolutely delicious. I've been loving making lemon, ginger and honey teas lately, so I got some more squeezy honey. Another nice little weekend treat is a croissant, which we freshly baked in the Aga, so these are frozen croissants. Some hummus. I really like this brand, Biona. So I got some tahini, which is really lovely, with a cauliflower shawarma recipe. And I'd never tried Biona pasta before, so I thought I would give that a go. Then also from Biona, hopefully now that I'm getting in my good habit of doing my workouts every morning, I do like to have fried eggs or dippy eggs after my workout for a little bit of protein. And sometimes we just don't have fresh bread in the house all the time, so this is a really great alternative. This goes out of date. What does it say? Can you see a date anywhere? Can't see a date. How weird, it doesn't say. But it does have a really long date. It stays good a lot longer than fresh bread. Once I've opened a packet, I will use one of my little stasher bags. I think you can buy these on Ocado as well. If not, you can get them on Amazon probably. Yeah, I just pop them in the stasher bag once it's opened, and I only find that I need one slice of this with my eggs in the morning, so that's really lovely. What else? I've never tried their sweets before, but these fizzy peaches sounded rather delicious. I ordered some bee pollen. I like to sprinkle bee pollen on the top of my morning smoothies, just ultra delicious. Cauliflower for the half-baked harvest cauliflower shawarma recipe that I'm going to do later in the week. Little Moons pistachio is just the absolute best. These are my favourite treat in the whole world. I have one or two every day after dinner. They're such a nice palate cleanser. It's basically a ball of pistachio ice cream in this kind of rice jelly ball, and it's just so delicious. I absolutely love them. I used to always have a yogurt after my dinner as a palate cleanser, but now I prefer those. What else? Snacks for in the afternoon with my coffee. I like to have rice cakes, so I've got the Callo Belgian milk chocolate and the Itsu ones. Some bits here for my boys, some Lily's Kitchen. They love Lily's Kitchen cottage pie, and I thought I'd try them on the beef goulash as well. And then their favourite treats, duck fillets, chicken fillets, and the chewy chicken strips. What else? What else? Anything else exciting? Oh, a pizza tray. The one thing with this pizza is that it can get stuck to the bottom of the Aga, so I thought I would get a pizza tray. They've got bits like that on Ocado, and then I do get a few Ocado own brand bits as well, like the bin bags. I'll get like bleach and cleaning products, things like that. Hummus, Ocado own brand nuts. And then the usual, just stocked up on some kitchen roll and some toilet roll. I realise now how potentially boring that is, but yeah, I just like to see what's in people's shops, and I think a few of these ingredients are specific to Ocado, or for me, just the easiest way of getting them, so big Ocado fan over here. So grateful that we can get it where we live. I'm pretty sure it covers most of the UK, but yeah, I'll leave those kind of more speciality things that I mentioned linked down below in case you would like to try out a Dalesford soup or a Dalesford candle or a little moon mochi, because they are delicious. My skin is actually starting to look good. Yay! After going through such a palaver last week after my peel. I am still peeling a little bit on my hairline, but I feel like the glow is starting to come back. I think also with just being run down last week with a cold, it was also that time of the month. Cold? Time of the month. Facial. I don't know, I just generally wasn't feeling good, so that always shows in your skin. But look at my little boy. You are spectacular. You're such a show-off. You're such a show-off. You are. You're my funny boy. You're so funny. I adore you. I adore you. Now Mummy needs to put away the shopping. Yes, you do. Good morning, my darlings. From what is quite possibly the most peculiar outfit for a February morning, I'm actually heading to the Cotswold tailor this morning to get this dress altered, because I absolutely love it. But I have found myself, the last few times I've wanted to wear it, I've tried it on and thought, no, it really needs cinching in at the waist, and because it's pleated, both the bodice and the skirt, I'm just not willing to attempt it myself. So I've got a bag behind me of bits which I need tailoring, another of which is the beautiful white cape dress from Reese, which you might remember I tried on a couple of videos ago. I think I need that shortening, but I also need that one cinching in around the waist. And I've also bought my robe, my silk robe, the pink floral one from Time, because I just wish that the sleeves were 3/4, maybe that's 1/4, 3/4 instead of full length, just so they don't get in the way when I'm doing my makeup. And I also think it needs to be shortened at the base a little bit. Hopefully we might be able to salvage some of the fabric that will inevitably cut off. So yes, we have a really amazing tailor in the town near where we live, and funnily enough, this town has just been voted one of the best places to live in the UK, and the article was saying it's the perfect mix of being in the heart of the Cotswolds, but also the town and the surrounding villages are not quite beautiful enough for tourists to want to come and, you know, descend, so we don't get busloads of tourists coming to our village, which, you know, it's obviously got its perks because it means you live somewhere ultra beautiful, but would you really want a load of tourists coming to your village? I don't know. And also with it being an hour from London, so I feel like we've picked very, very well. It was just nice to see such a lovely article. So that's where I'm heading this morning. As you might be able to tell, I did not attempt heatless curls last night because I completely forgot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an evening workout tonight, and then I'm going to have a shower at about 8 PM after dinner. And then I'm going to put the heatless curls in again tonight. So that's an exciting update, and I'm in a great mood this morning because the weather forecast, God, I'm so predictable. The weather forecast said it was going to be raining all week this week, and as you might be able to tell, well, actually there's a really big black cloud there, but it is a beautiful blue sky, sunny morning, and I'm wearing a pretty dress, and I'm feeling good. So yeah, good vibes all round. I will see you when we get to town. Well, back in the car after a successful 45 minutes with the Cotswold tailor, and you know when you just meet someone and they are absolutely fascinating? That is exactly what has just happened. So I was in my beautiful frock, just getting pinned in, and we were talking about the Cotswold tailor business, and the majority of their work is actually groomsmen, as in bridal grooms. Ooh, 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 ooh. World's biggest car to drive. And also,
and also hunting outfits, so it's like 90% menswear, but he was saying that he does make beautiful tweed jackets and things like that for ladies. Their main shop is actually in Woodstock, which is obviously near Blenheim Palace. But anyway, so just making a little bit of small talk, I was asking, oh, what have you been doing this morning? What are you doing today? And he said, oh, I was ensuring that my clients got in their helicopter okay to get over to Val d'Isère this morning. And I was like, gosh, who are your clients? And basically, it turns out that as well as owning the Cotswold Tailor, he is also the head of the household at Cornbury Estate, which is a massive, fabulous estate here in the Cotswolds. And he essentially trains, he brings in, imagine Downton Abbey, he would be Carlson, I would say. First of all, he's a fully trained butler, and he also trains others to be butlers. He said that a lot of his clients these days are Saudi, because that's where the demand is, but also with massive historic estates, of which there are still quite a few fabulous big estates here in the Cotswolds. He will be brought in to manage the estate and bring in members of staff. So he said when he first started working at Cornbury Estate, there were just 2 members of staff, and now there are 20. So 2 full-time gardeners, obviously a team of cleaners, probably chefs. I mean, you need like full-time staff for maintenance for these massive estates. And it's just, I'm being followed by the most beautiful vintage Defender. Yeah, so just absolutely fascinating. And then we started talking about this new house that's being built, or has been built, in the Cotswolds. It looks, I'll pop a picture on the screen here, it looks a little bit like Clifton House. £20 million the plot of land was bought for a couple of years ago, and apparently the house is valued at £60 million, which is just insane. So obviously that would be a really interesting estate for him to run as another client. But I mean, what a cool job. So this morning he was he just got off the phone to the pilot of a helicopter that was taking his clients straight from Cornbury Estate to Val d'Isère, where they're going skiing. And I mean, what an amazing morning to go for a helicopter ride to the Alps. He said it will take them 3 hours, including a stop to get more fuel. Just the dream. I mean, how the other half live. How fabulous. I just love hearing stories about fascinating jobs, and how cool to be a butler and manage an insane estate. Very, very cool. I imagine very challenging as well. But yeah, so I've left my dresses there. Hopefully one of them will be ready by the weekend, because I have a very exciting trip, hopefully happening next week. I say hopefully because I'm meant to be going on this insanely fabulous trip on Sunday. It's currently Wednesday, so I guess you guys will know by now if you watch my Instagram stories whether I'm there or not. But flights aren't booked yet. I need to sort out a visa, and obviously all the COVID stuff. So yeah, it's still, I would say, like 80% TBC, but hopefully one of the dresses will be ready for me to take with me, which is so exciting. Oh my gosh, it's such a nice day. I'm so happy that it's glorious outside as well, because we have got Liz Nicholson, owner of Nicholson's, coming to the house this morning to go through our huge garden renovation plans. They're starting in a couple of weeks, which is so exciting. We've got huge works going on. I feel like I keep teasing this because I've mentioned that there's huge things happening, but I've not told you what yet. So we'll go around with Liz this morning, finalise some plans. I think she's bringing some samples as well of like various timbers and various stones for various things that we're doing, which is just going to be incredible. So yes, what a fabulous start to the day. And this whole time I've been chatting, I'm literally back in our village now. That is how close we are to the town, which is perfect. So I'm going to stick one of my Ocado frozen croissants in the Aga as soon as I get back home. and then Liz will arrive for a little garden walkthrough. I'm blinded by your face. I'm blinded by your... How does that song go? I'm blinded by your love. No. How does it go? I can't remember the words. I'm blinded by your face. It's not that. Faith? I'm blinded by your faith. No. I'm blinded by your... Oh my gosh, that is going to annoy me so much. What is the lyric to that song?
I'm blinded by your grace. I'm blinded by your grace, by your grace. Not worthy, you fix me. Now I'm blinded by your grace. You came and saved me. I'm broken,
Let's see how our boys like their new treats from Ocado. Treat bell!
Oh, these are a bit...
What?
These need cutting in half. It's too big, I think.
Come on, Daddy, we haven't got all day.
That's too much to give them, isn't it?
You can break it in half for me, Daddy.
No, I can't break it in half. It's a very big tree!
Oh, you're the lucky... Did you ever used to skid as a child? I used to love it. You may have noticed we have got a new bit of fabric in here, and I don't even know if you've seen these pictures on the walls. Caroline did this for us to hide the ugly microwave and bin and Dyson section. So that's a nice little addition, makes it a little bit more cozy in here. And we also have Bunny Rabbit. We have made some decisions for other fabrics in the house. So I think this one is going to be a window seat, and then we are finally adding curtains to our bedroom. I think we're going to go for this lovely green material here with this lovely woven kind of trim along the edge. This is potentially going to be the window seat in our bedroom, so they'll go nicely together. And then this is going to be a beautiful blind in our downstairs bathroom with this little... You're so annoying.
Why does this take ages to get
I had one more word to say until I finished my sentence. This little tassel trim as the finishing touch. Okay, so the Nicholson's gang are here. We're going to go through the whole garden and talk through the different phases of the project that's kicking off in a couple of weeks. Charlie has kind of managed it up until this point, like sorting out the timelines and things. But now I need to come in and approve some designs, choose some of the finer details. So this is the exciting bit. Gardening outfit, chunky knit, brown Adanola leggings, my Le Chameau boots. Look how great the border's looking. Even in February. Can't wait to see how it blooms this spring. Right, so we're heading down to the kitchen garden where all the action will take place.
Yeah, okay, a bit Mediterranean.
Yeah, so I think...
Yeah, they're slightly more affordable, but we'd rather do it properly because just the budget, obviously.
Okay, so Liz and Jack from Nicholson's have just left us, brimming with so many different ideas. If you've no doubt heard about Charlie and I talking about Nicholson's before, Jack is essentially the Harry of the Hardworks team, so he manages more kind of construction style projects. So, as you might have guessed from that little layout design thing that was on the marble table down there, we are completely renovating the kitchen garden down there, which I'm so excited about. Obviously the last couple of years Charlie and I have done a bit of a DIY job. We've tried to make it look as beautiful as possible, but given where our passions lie, I love growing my vegetables, I love having my little flower patch, we really want to invest in that area and make it just
as beautiful as the rest of the garden. So the plans also include my new greenhouse. We had hoped that it might already be in by now, but as you may remember, there was a big delay with getting planning permission, and then Hartley Botanic had something like a 9-month wait for getting it actually built. So that is why we're having to wait until essentially the end of spring. I think it's going in like June or July, but Nicholson's are going to build the base of the greenhouse. I hope you can hear me over the wind. So yes, we're basically deciding on the stonework and the main kind of designs for the base of the greenhouse and the kitchen garden. So let's go down there and I'll explain the designs a little bit more. Okay, hopefully the wind is not too distracting on the microphone. I've got my hand over it, so hopefully it's okay. So you can see the markers here, which is where the greenhouse will come up to. And we're actually getting a lovely red brick, an old red brick path, like this kind of red brick, which will go straight down here towards the walnut tree, and then it'll T-junction off into the entrance of the greenhouse. Oh, so windy. The greenhouse base, I mean, this is such an ugly area at the moment. It's obviously where my old greenhouse used to be before we took that down because we needed to fix the oil tanks, which will of course be covered by the greenhouse. I think we're going to move the oil tank somewhere. The actual stone wall of the greenhouse, this land is on a bit of a slant, so we're going to have to raise it up a little bit, is going to be Cotswold stone like the chapel behind, which is what we have planning permission for. And then the pathway that starts here is going to continue through the yew hedge. We're going to take a few of those out and lead down into the kitchen garden. And then the kitchen garden is actually going to be increased to come out to about here. So it's going to be a metre or so wider. And we're breaking it up into 3 main sections. So there's going to be the vegetable beds up here in a really unusual kind of square shape, with York stone stepping stones in the middle of them because they're going to be absolutely ginormous, so I'll need those York stones to be able to access. Then there's going to be the most beautiful stone pergola, and if you guys watched my vlog from about 2 years ago, literally about this time 2 years ago, when we just moved in, and the only thing that was open during lockdown, sorry, I'll flip you around to talk to you, the only thing that was open during lockdown was garden centres, and that is when Charlie and I first discovered Nicholson's. The very first time we went there, I fell in love with a stone pergola, and you guessed it, the stone pergola is going to go as the centerpiece down here in the kitchen garden. The pergola will then act as a kind of separating area, and then this is going to be a really beautiful cut flower area, again in this kind of square formation, which is going to look beautiful. And in the middle of the cut flower area, we're going to have a circular table and chairs. And then we were debating what to do with this area down here where it doesn't get that much sunlight because of the walnut tree. So I think we're going to put some shaded grass seed in there, which will give us a bit of flexibility. We might put some compost bins down here, maybe in the future. What did Liz say? A plunge pool or a hot tub?
Yeah, I don't know.
So many ideas, but
It would look nice with a couple of beehives, really, wouldn't it?
Beehive compost bins.
Or genuine beehives.
But
Sally on that one, he's the master of beehives. I think visually beehives would look good. I don't think we'd have the time for bees right now. But,
no, definitely not.
Yeah, and then we're going to rescue all these roses, aren't we?
Yep, so obviously we put in lots of roses last year. A few of these have actually been gifts to us as well, so it's a good time of year now to lift them, and they will form the kind of key parts of the new cutting garden. So yeah, it's going to be really, really beautiful. I love how it's kind of, you know, a bit higgledy-piggledy and rough around the edges right now, but I think it just deserves to be amazing, and that's what Charlie and I have decided to invest in this year. It seems a little bit silly to replace a red brick path with a red brick path, but actually these were left over from when they did some building work to the house, and they're actually not suitable for...
They're not frost-proof, are they?
No, they're not frost-proof, and they're not actually like garden-proof. As you can see, they're all chipping away, and these have only been here for about 4 years, so these are still quite old looking, but they're designed to be outdoors and they're completely frost proof. So that will be our new pathway.
This is getting way longer than 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
Tomato and mascarpone.
What kind of cheese do you use to hide a horse?
Well, my darlings, it's been a few hours since I last spoke to you. I have, ooh, you look like I've got a very strange hairstyle. I've just been on my laptop the last few hours getting some work done. And now I'm going to end the day with a Peloton ride. I have been wearing my leggings all day, so I feel like I do need to get a workout in. I'm trying to do something active every day as well, and aside from walking around the garden with Nicholson's team earlier, I have not really moved that much today. So I think I'm going to do a 30-minute class, probably something with Cody Rigsby, to get my energy going again. I do prefer a morning workout, but with my desire to try the heatless curls again tonight, so I need to wash my hair. But also I do tend to actually get my personal best more when I do an afternoon workout, so we shall see. I have got on the milk coloured Adanola sports bra, which I absolutely love. I've actually taken the padding out of this one, and then I've just got the brown leggings that I've had on all day. It's currently,
Let's see what temperature the Dyson fan is saying that it currently is in here. 12 degrees, which doesn't sound that cold, but it bloomin' feels it. So I've set this up to warm up. The great thing about the Dyson air purifier is that it does what it says on the tin, as well as heating or cooling a space. And we 90% of the time use it for cooling in here. Sorry, heating. It also purifies the air, which is amazing for a gym. So I leave that next to the bike. I can reach the remote when I'm cycling. So if I do want to turn it down, if it does get nice and warm, then I can do that. And then just leave it on auto to purify the air. So let's see.
These ones, you're not ready for these ones today. Cadence 70 to 80, resistance 40, rise it now. West flat, feel that heartbeat.
well, oh my goodness, what do I look like? So the vlog has come full circle. I'm ending it just the same as how I started it, looking like Tutankhamun. I'm sure there's like a Mario Kart princess or character that looks a little bit like this, and I can't figure out who it is. I can't remember who it is, but I definitely look like some kind of cartoon character. But yes, I am attempting overnight heatless curls tonight, so we shall see. Leaving the vlog on a little bit of a cliffhanger. You guys will have to check in for the next one to see how this turns out. I did try to spend a little bit more time winding my hair quite tightly around the sausage. Seeing as I'm going to be sleeping in it, I don't know how comfortable it's going to be. Obviously it is quite a squidgy band, but I normally sleep on my side, so I don't know how that's going to work, but I'll report back. But anyway, darlings, that's it for today's vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you very soon for the next one. Bye!